Water is one of the most important elements on earth, which not only sustains life but also supports various development activities. Water crisis is a general term used to describe a situation where the availability of safe drinking water within a region is less than the region's demand. Water availability is on decline, with most obvious reasons on increasing demand for water with increasing rate of population. Rampant urbanization has resulted in about 74% increase in Gurgaon's population in the last 10 years. This is one of the factors that has resulted in depletion of Gurgaon's water table.
Infrastructure is a basic physical organizational structure for an economy to function. Gurgaon developed without an urban master plan, which is the major reason for poor management of water, and hence it faces water shortage today. Gurgaon, a city majorly dependent on groundwater since 1995, now faces tremendous water scarcity as the rivers are getting dried up, groundwater is getting exhausted, and canals are getting polluted. The increased demand of water has not been matched by efforts to conserve and manage water supplies. The resources are being depleted faster than they can be replenished.
Lack of fresh water resources. Majority of the planet is composed of water. 97% of this water is saline water. The fresh water used to sustain human life is only 3% of the total amount of water on earth. The amount of energy needed to convert saline water to potable is exorbitant. Although almost all the residents of Gurgaon have faced the water crisis, only a few concerned have taken initiatives for the following. Taking the advantage of the monsoon type of climate in India, the rooftop rainwater harvesting has been initiated, where the rainwater is captured through the rooftop catchments instead of letting them run off the roof surface, and are stored in reservoirs or underground to replenish the depleting water table.
Various corporates have also proposed a variety of schemes to recycle and reuse water. Construction companies have been made to realize the importance of plant development and conserving water. The youth, future leaders of tomorrow, are also being educated about the same. And to promote this, every year, 22nd of March is celebrated as a Water Conservation Day. If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. So it is essential to awake people about this magic.
We are here today with Miss Dipender, who is an eminent citizen of Gurgaon, and we are going to take her views on water shortage in Gurgaon.
Hello.
Ma'am, what are your views on water shortage in Gurgaon?
Over the last 8 to 9 years, we've seen tremendous expansion taking place in Gurgaon. And that is because it is, I feel, a financial and commercial hub of Haryana. And then there is that the real estate development is another major factor attributing to it. Okay, I read it somewhere that about 100 million gallons of water is required every day, and whereas we are getting just about 60 million gallons per day, so that demand is more but the supply is really less. So we are facing a severe crunch of 40% shortage. The 40% shortage of water, and that is being to cater to that, the people resorting to illegal digging of bore wells. So that is one of the major reasons, and a lot of water is being sapped by the construction developers.
Yes.
And every year the water table is going down by 2 meters, and that is a cause of grave concern.
And then we play Holi and then waste some more.
Okay. So ma'am, how do you perceive this issue?
I told you it's a matter of grave concern. We as citizens of Gurgaon have to really look into this. We have to take steps, whatever steps to kind of ask the government to give the complete give in to the supply, give in the supply and the demand of the people, and for that various measures have to be taken. Okay.
What do you mean illegal?
Like I told you, this real estate development, then the tremendous expansion that is taking place. Okay. And since it's a city of opportunities, there are a lot of opportunities. So people are migrating from not only from our country itself, but from outside. It is home to notch companies of the world. So we have to cater to the the demand of the people of this water supply has to be met with.
And so how do we improve the access to water availability to the poor people? Because the rich people get it.
Even the rich people, yes, they're also, developers are discreetly or illegally trying to cater to the needs of the rich people.
Yes, ma'am.
Like I told you earlier, by digging bore wells, and so certain laws have to be implemented on time, and we also have to ensure that the enforcement of these laws does take place at the right time and at the right place. So that constant monitoring has to be done by the government.
Okay, so what exactly do you think the government should do from
Okay,
its
first
side?
of all is sealing of these bore wells.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very important.
Yes.
Then they have passed this law. I don't know. Some of the malls are doing it. Some of the major big malls and major corporate houses of big public private sectors, they have to have. It's mandatory for them to have sewage treatment plants,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
so that they can reuse, recycle the water,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it? And then that water can be used for watering the lawn or the plants that they have kind of planted. Then we can also have rainwater harvesting is another thing that is really catching up in Gurgaon.
Yeah, it's done extensively.
It is being done, and I think we would appreciate it. We do appreciate that a lot of societies in Gurgaon do follow this rigidly, so that water can be conserved. But this the most important thing is sealing of these bore wells, because like I told you earlier, we have this shortage of 40%, 40 million gallons per day. So the developers are illegally digging the bore wells and catering to the needs of the people. So that is to be taken into account.
But if they don't do that, then we are anyways 40% short.
So then government is has constructed canals. I mean, they will do something. They are working on it, because they can't just let it go like that. Because Haryana, Gurgaon is, you'll be surprised to know, it caters to more than 50% of the revenue of Haryana.
Yes.
It is generated by Gurgaon itself. There are I think about 19 districts, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
So Gurgaon is a major, it is a major district which generates more than 50%.
It's most developed, that's why
And
revenue.
the revenue is being generated by Gurgaon itself,
Yes.
more than 50%. So government is taking steps that to get water from other states. Canals are being, it's in the pipeline.
Yamuna
projects.
has been connected to the...
Yes, it's pipeline, and I'm sure. But another thing is, as responsible citizens, we have to be conscious enough to take the right steps, and further, we have to educate our children also. And we should forget that this earth, we've not inherited it from our forefathers. We have borrowed it from our children. Don't you agree to that?
Yes, ma'am.
If we don't look after it, what will our future generations, have?
Ma'am, so what are the efforts being done by the students to take care of this problem?
Like I too have school-going children. I see that they have a lot of activities in the school, where the school authorities are sensitizing the students these days.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a lot of activities taking place in the school, and there's a lot of sharing of ideas on water conservation, and I feel that's really good. If you share ideas on water conservation with your friends, with your neighbors, and that will really help. Small things like like watering the plants. Why use fresh water?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
use the drained out water from the RO system, for example,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
isn't it? And then why clean your porch where you have your car and all? Why should you clean it with running water? Why can't you sweep it?
Yes, ma'am.
We have to use fresh water very judiciously.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ma'am, only 3% of the
Yes.
water is drinkable.
Yes,
1%, but
And even the cars and all that we clean.
yeah.
Why clean it with those, those hoses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it with wet cloth or something, and they can be maintained well.
Thank
And even the water, the car washers, the car washer where you take your cars to for washing and all, they can also use a recycled water.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that
We can
fresh
have
water.
rainwater system.
I think we
or
do that.
rainwater harvesting
I think we do
system.
that.
Yes.
In fact, those things can be near to those malls and where a lot of water is being treated.
Yes,
So that water can be used to wash cars and other things.
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for your time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for summing the whole thing up.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.